Mr. Q is looking for a social media content creator to join our marketing team. Someone who lives and breathes social media and understands how to create content that cuts through. We are seeking a highly skilled videographer and editor to join our dynamic team. This role is perfect for someone who lives and breathes video production. We're looking for a video editor, social media content, who lives and breathes short form storytelling. You live and breathe social media. You live and breathe, 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 live and breathe. Hi! I'm Ezra, and I'm a victim of applying for jobs in the year 2026. Whether it be teaching an AI so it can replace me, a bad salaried job, or just fully fake, the job market is piss poor. It's awful. I hate it. As someone with 16 years under my belt as a cinematographer, a video editor, all of the editors, all of the digital shite for content creation, I, for the life of me, cannot get a job. Not even a click of my application. Not even an opening of my emails. The way it goes is I click apply and then I'm ghosted. Out of the 100 jobs I've applied for in the last 4 months, I have heard back from 5. 5 of them have responded. The rest haven't even looked at my application. They just haven't. And I have done so much wallet bang crash every single day for them to just not look. And also, after these applications, I've had one actual interview, which obviously I didn't get the job, but I had one interview. Now, I am complaining about this, and I might just be shit. That is a possibility. But judging by what I've looked up, the stats, what people are saying on Twitter, Reddit, all that sort of thing, the job market is just poo-poo wee-wee bumholes. And so I thought I'd make a video about it because I'm jobless, I'm unemployed, so what else have I got to do with my spare time? In the last year, the unemployment rate has gone from 4.4% all the way to 5.2%, and that's just in 1 year. Between 14 and 16% of 16 to 24-year-olds are not in education, working, or are unemployed. There are way less jobs now than before the pandemic, and it's been the slowest wage growth in 5 whole years. Also, the entry-level job market is the hardest area in the market. Hi everyone, I'm currently on r/recruitment hell. And I'm going to be looking at some posts from 2026 and see what people are suffering with in the recruitment process, because we're all really suffering. This is what this whole video is about. So I've taken a couple of screenshots and we're going to go through them and just talk about it because it's a hard time for everyone. So this account is deleted and they put, "The streets have spoken," and there's an image. On the image, it's someone tweeting, I think, and they put, "When I win the lottery, I'm going to buy LinkedIn and then turn it off." And I can't agree more. LinkedIn is not what it used to be. When I signed up at school, I think in the UK anyway, we were all told to make LinkedIn accounts in school. And since then, I have never ever used it until trying to find jobs in content creation. And LinkedIn's now just like a very tech-heavy kind of job searching website like Facebook, but you search for jobs and you talk about how good you are, and it's full of CEOs talking absolute waz. But I don't like LinkedIn. A lot of the jobs that I see aren't active anymore, and there's just no point in it, and it is so horrible. You click apply on things, it says that there's millions of applications. It's just not a good place to find jobs. And I think the idea is also that it kind of gets you hooked on doom scrolling, because we all doom scroll. Let's be honest, we all doom scroll, and doom scrolling people's opinions on LinkedIn is probably worse than doom scrolling people's opinions on 4chan at some points, honestly. LinkedIn is not the one, and I can't wait to find a job and never have to open LinkedIn again. So strong_letterhead638, great name, posted, recruiter lowballed me and then tried to blame it on the entry-level role, so I sent him this. Thanks for the link, Alfred, but I am no longer interested. It's difficult to take the entry-level label seriously when you are asking for prior experience and technical skills in AWS and Cisco. Furthermore, had you reviewed my resume before our call, you would have seen that my background and education far exceed the $23 an hour budget you're offering. I'm moving forward with organisations that actually read applications and value technical talent appropriately. Best of luck. Yeah. The job market at the moment, asking so much for so little is just the game. As a content creator, I edit videos, I make the videos, I film the videos, I do all of my stuff, right? In ye old times, you would apply for like a video editing job, right? Or a cinematographer job. You know, you'd be on the cameras, or you'd be doing like lighting technician, stuff like that. No longer is that the case. Content creator means you're doing the lighting, you're doing the setting up of the cameras, you're filming, you're doing everything, you're posting, you're the one that uses the socials. No longer is that a completely different role. Everything is baked into one for the low price of minimum wage. You know, minimum wage to do all this, when really they're separate jobs and they're all, you know, skills. They're all skills that you have to learn. I mean, every job's a skill that you have to learn, but you know, a lot of jobs ask for degrees, right? You put a lot of money into degrees, so you expect not minimum wage, right? Like, come on. And the fact that they ask for like 5 years of experience for entry-level roles, that's not entry-level. That's just not entry level. Do people not know what entry means? It means that you're entering the job market, right? Entry level means you've gone to uni or you've gone to college, you've got some experience but no job experience, because it's entry level. JLexus5 posted delusional CEOs with a LinkedIn post. A bloody LinkedIn post. Am I insensitive to the world if I make people pay a small fee of $20 to apply for a job? Obviously as a means to prevent an overwhelming quantity of underqualified or mismatched positions and submissions. You, Mr. CEO. As a content creator, I know I'm going to say as a content creator loads, but there are so many websites like Upwork and stuff where you have to put money into already, and you pay to apply for a job, right? You pay your own money as someone who doesn't have money, and then again, they don't have to respond to you, they don't have to look at your application, they don't have to do anything, right? And you've just spent a $5 to apply for a job that won't respond to you half the time. No, we don't need to start paying to apply. You guys need to start having hiring managers that are competent and actually look at people's CVs and not use AI to do it. No, we don't need to give you more fucking money. Give us jobs. Princess Sasha X said insane reply to earlier post. And the picture is that you just don't want to work with King Arthur T. I'm sorry to be the one to say this to you, because it appears you're trying, but 108 applications simply isn't a lot in the current job market. You should be doing 100 a week and expect it to take up to 1,500 applications before you land a job. Why do we have to expect that it's going to take 1,500 applications before we find a job? Since when does it take that many applications to find one job? 108 applications is a big amount of applications. Like you saying I need to apply for 1,500 jobs. Bitch, there is not 1,500 content creator jobs in my area, right? I can't travel far. I don't have a job. I have no money. How am I meant to apply for jobs that don't exist? But, you know, sorry, I apply for every single job that pops up every day, but it's not enough. It's not enough when, you know, 1% of the job applications I send off actually get looked at or even downloaded. No, I'm sorry, f*** off. This is a piss take. It's abysmal. And this is the last one I'm going to do. It's CRK_76. Employers want to pay as little as possible with a picture from a Twitter post saying, love when job applications ask for my desired salary so I can choose between not being hired and being exploited for my work. This, again, is something that I'm struggling with, and I'm sure many people are. As an entry level, yes, I'm entry level. I have done work in the past, and, you know, I'm quite a high entry level person. I've just never really got to the career bit, unfortunately, because it's so infuriating. I struggle when it asks what your salary expectations are, because my salary expectations are pay me well, you know, pay me a living wage, and living wage is more than what they say, you know, minimum wage is, but pay me something for my experience. I have experience, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I haven't had f***ing 20 years in the industry, but pay me something. I just worry in this market that people are going to be like, well, I need a job, and I'm, you know, I've got 10 years on my belt, and it's so hard. I'm going to just say minimum wage, you know? And then they're going to pick the person that says, I want this salary, because they offer more, and they are, you know, asking for less. But in what world are we now living where you can't ask for what you're worth, or a bit of respect? You know, you have to give them the maximum amount of everything for them to give you the minimum amount of everything. It's just, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. So I'm on LinkedIn, as you can see. We are doing a screen record. I'm just going to show you kind of the jobs that are available, because this is the main place where I have to apply. And I'm just going to show you what they're asking and kind of just how much AI is used in the job search for them as well. So we're going to go to the top picks for me, because that's what the platform thinks is top for me with my skills. So already, one of the big problems is agency. So you're not working for a company specifically, it's an agency that you work for that then outsources you to, you know, work for different clients that they pick. And as you can see, human assisted AI job and recruitment platform. That is what Apply For You is. So what you're going to get is 25k, 40k. That's a ridiculous difference in what you could possibly get. One is crap, the other is good. Salary 25,000 to 40,000 per year depending on experience. That is, again, ridiculous. We are looking for a video editor on behalf of our client to create engaging, high quality video content for digital platforms. What you'll do, you'll edit video content for social media, marketing and digital campaigns, cut, trim and assemble raw footage, add motion graphics. So again, motion graphics, that's a different role entirely, or should be, but it's not anymore. Transitions, subtitles and sound effects. Sound effects is a sound team thing, but you can kind of get away with it with this. Collaborate with content and marketing team. Optimize videos for platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And then what they're looking for. So experience in video editing and post-production, fair. Proficiency in tools like Adobe Premiere Pro, After Effects, Final Cut, fair. Okay, to be honest with you, it's not an awful job description, but it's either a ghost job so they're getting people to apply just so they can have their details, or it is just, you know, you're teaching up AI. I don't know, but Apply For You is around everywhere and they're always looking, and no, absolutely, just forget about it. It's a job, is dead, no thank you. Yo IT Consulting, oh look at that. It is another agency. Join our customers' team as a video editing expert to help shape the next generation AI learns professional editing workflows. So what you're doing is you're literally working for them to replace yourself. So f*** off. And as you can see, they have used AI to create the advert. You can see by the dashes there. They have used AI to create this advert. So they haven't even put any effort into it. So why would you apply for that? And as you can see when I scroll down here, there's a lot of places that are just, they aren't real, or they are just ridiculously stupid. They aren't real, or they're just agencies, you know? There is nothing here that apart from Lad Bible, that's an actual company that I know. Publishing operations and Penguin, I know them. There's bits, and obviously there are real jobs here and there, but most of it is just pure utter shit. Okay, pure utter waz. It's miserable. It is miserable. Over the last 5 months, I have applied for over 100 bloody jobs, and out of those 100, only 5 have gotten back to me. 5! And this is after days of creating an amazing online portfolio, a brilliant CV, and a show-stopping showreel. For no reason, they don't even look at it, they don't even open up my application. For 2 whole jobs I have created application videos for them, taken a whole day for each to make the video, unpaid, and guess what? They haven't even opened the application or responded to me, so I've made all this work and effort for them to not even respond. What is the fucking point? I even followed them both up multiple times just to get absolute silence from them, but the jobs, they're still up. They're still looking for people. And look, it just means that half the jobs now, are they even real? I have no idea if they're real or not. Literally, when I was applying for over 10 jobs a day, my phone was blowing up with scam calls constantly. It was disgusting. I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. This is why I've made this bloody video, because I'm so sick of applying for empty jobs. Job hunting for our generation has now just become another form of doom scrolling, because you get nothing from it. If you're not hunting for jobs, which literally just means if you're not scrolling your phone, you're not doing the right thing. Back in the day, job hunting meant go out, get experience. You know, now it's literally sit behind a screen like everything else and just... There is no human interaction in job hunting anymore. And I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of it. Applying for jobs in the year 2026 is the hardest and most annoyingest thing I've ever had to do in my life. And I'm not free yet. It's still not over for me, and I don't see it being over for a long, long time. I'm poor, I'm tired, and I question my existence and whether I'm good enough every single day. It seems to only be getting worse as well, and that's because nobody wants to work. Trust me, we do. We just want to be paid respectfully for our time and be treated right, or at least like a human being. Excuse me, sir. Sir, what are your comments on the job market? Sir, your comments. What are they? How do you... What are your comments? Ah! How do you feel the job market is? Sir, come back. Sir.